morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Either which way, welcome to Hello Universe Season 2, Episode 2 with me, Lorraine Smelly. It's going to be one hell of a show for you today, everybody. Our guest is going to be none other than Morgana Stafford, MUA. And we're going to be having an audience interaction where you can come up and guest and ask our special guest any questions you might like. That's all to come on today's show, and a lot more, including a second co-host, Miss Ida Boss. But now it's time to introduce your host of the show. It's me, Lorraine Smelly, and that's great. And as luck would have it, everything's decided it's going to crash, and my video capture's not working. No, it helps if I press the right button. No, I did press the right button, it still didn't work. Oh my god, we're going to... Oh dear, we're having breakdowns already and we haven't even bloody started yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to kick this OBS right in its snatch. You know, extra time, well, about an extra 5 minutes, that's all you got. Hello, there's Tam, welcome to the show, how are you doing? Right, let's get this bastard up and running again. Here we are, that's where it is. Let's see if I can get my camera on the screen. Oh, there we go, everybody. Hello, how y'all doing? It's me, Lorraine Smelly. We are here back with Hello Universe, Season 2, Episode 2. Of course, last week we were away. We were supposed to have Episode 2 last week, but things happened, you know. We have a step-in co-host this week. It's none other than Miss Ida Boss. She's going to be joining us as a temporary step-in, but next week we're going to be having a new person on the show, a wee bit of a guru in all kinds of things, sexual health, hair, makeup and everything. That person's going to be called Zizi. They're a bit of a guru. They're from France somewhere, I think, I don't know. But tonight, let's get back on with it. We've got Ida Boss joining us, and of course our guest is Morgana Stafford, MUA. We've got a lot that we're going to be talking about. If you have any questions, if you would like to be guesting with us, asking our special guest questions, all you need to do is raise your green alien hand. We're not going to have a news segment today, but there is questions in the news that we are going to be talking to our guest about. However, it is time to go over to get our weather for this week, so I'm going to send you all this to weather where sadly What do you mean she's not in? She's left the note. She sent you a note on your phone. Oh, call it. Get your phone here then. Let's have a look. Aye. Right, let's see what she's wrote here. She says, Dear Lorraine, I'm not coming in this week. It's fucking snowing everywhere, so I'm nae doing the weather. Oh shit, I just did. Aye, but I'm still not coming in until next week when it's all cleared off. All the best, Sally Smallcock. She says, P.S. Not only is it snowing, but I'm freezing and my boobs have shriveled to walnuts and I paid a lot for these, so you can get yourself to anyway, well, until next week. So apparently Sally Smallcock's not here until next week, but aye, she ended up doing the weather anyway, whether she liked it or not, silly bitch. Right. I need to sack her, honestly. And I know exactly what Ida's going to say before she gets here. She's going to be like, Lorraine, where's your lip? Where's your eye? We can't see it. Well, this is what happens when you let Romy take over the hair and makeup department. You'd think for an AI who practically knows everything about everything, she'd have a wee bit more aesthetics, you know. Anyway, she's not. Everybody, please put your hands together for our step-in co-host of this week, as none other than Miss Ida Boss. Here she comes. She's being dragged up whether she's ready or not. No, she's like, I'm not coming. I need more time. Let's try that again. She's like, no, I'm not coming. What's that? How's your not getting up here? She's bald. Aye, well, I tell you what, I couldn't be as bald as my arse. Anyway. Right, folks, if you do have questions, don't forget to raise your green alien hand. We'll bring you up in a segment of that show when we get to it. We're also doing the competition, which is the month-long subathon. So if we get more than 10 subs, then for each 10 we get, there's a £10 prize. And if we do happen to get that million likes, then there's also a £100 prize, but it's 10k for every entry. I did 2 minutes max. Bitch, you said you was ready. You was that. Do you know, she's messaging me at 7 o'clock going, I'm bored, I can't wait. And now she's being like, I need 2 more minutes. Is that what it is? What has 32 teeth and holds back a monster? Your mum? I don't know. It depends what kind of monster it's holding back, really. But aye. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I never said, aye, you did. Is Zizi a woman? Oh, I don't know. Your zipper? Aye, well, We know what kind of monster it's holding back. might not necessarily be a good kind, you know. Some monsters are scary and some monsters are quite nice. It's a bit like Monsters Inc. where you want to cuddle them, you know. But anyway, Ida, are you ready? I know you said 2 minutes max, but girl, you're supposed to be stepping in as this week's co-host, so I mean, yes, you should be here, the new. Do you like my dress, by the way? I got it new, especially for the show. I asked my friend Isa Drennan, I says, what do you think should work for the show this week? And she picked out this one. I think she just threw it out of wardrobe because she was slinging it out, you know, but it worked, so I think Tam might recognise that one, I know. I just saw it today, actually. I was going shopping and I was like, ooh, John West salmon. I had some of that before I came on. My breath, you want to smell it, it's honking. It's like the Clyde. Getting all their lines in there. Oh, do you like my boobs? I just had a wee bit of a job. Anyway, right. What? I didn't do nothing. And don't worry, Morgana will be bringing you up soon. I noticed you have changed your name, so I'm going to be using that one. But if I say Stafford as well, it's in there. So, I mean, you know. I just got the D there or something. I don't know what's going on. I think she got the I. But we do know that Zizi's got the D. You want? I've actually been speaking to her before we came on. She's coming in next week, Zizi. She is a wee bit of a know-it-all. So if you've got any questions regarding makeup, hair, agony aunt kind of scenarios, any sexual health questions, anything like that, feel free to send them all in, and we'll. You got the D as well, Well, you got two. One for yourself and one for your fella there. Love hairy oysters. What? Hairy Oches? I don't. Mine's better. Well, I. Okay, so let me know when you're ready. I'll be bringing you up because we're going to have a wee bit of chat with you first, and then we'll be bringing up our special armpits. Oh no, they're clear. I know. I made sure we got some feet on that shite. Mine's way bigger. Oh shite. Well, we kind of have one of those wallop it out competitions on here because we'll get kicked off. But we can do it in Discord later, which is where we'll be after this show. Ida Boss, everybody, your co-host for this week.
Hello.
Oh, hello there, Ida Boss. That's looking fabulous. I love the sparkles. It's good.
I mean, yeah, I look like a right mess.
She took one look at my eyes and went, I can do that better. You watch this, bitch.
Better than me today. Look at these eyelashes. I've got more wonka than...
I haven't got any eyelashes, but you can actually see them with the mascara I've put on, so...
Yeah, literally.
That sounded like my cat being tried.
This is... Oh my god, I look like a right state. My lip is pink and it's come out red on camera.
I know. Mine was like really deep red, but with this washout light, it's gone like nude kind of pink. So we're kind of like the same here. I've actually used blue colours today with like a blue-purple colour, but they almost look the same. It's weird.
Oh my god.
Hello, Cascada. Well, I mean, she needs to be a wee bit more blonde for that, but it's getting close there, definitely. Morgan, welcome to the stream. How are you? So, Ida, what's been happening with you this week? Tell us all about it, and then we'll get our guests ready.
Bitch, this week has been hell.
I know, tell me about it,
Oh my lord, like...
That's not just the snow either.
Oh, I know. Oh my god, God, I'm distracted with this face. It's so bad. Oh, I want to go off camera already. Never mind.
It actually says something when Clorraine looks better than you. Do you know what I'm saying?
You actually look really nice.
It's the dress, it sets off the eyes. Well, I mean, my other eyes can't stop me. I'm going to throw these bastards out in a minute, but you know, do you like the cleavage?
No? The eyes of the face.
This is true. It actually is. I need to get that in there somewhere. Did you steal that off a certain someone who's going to be on next week by any chance?
Yeah, I stole it off the mini bamboo lash off Drag Race, but yeah.
Alright. No, I thought you meant Zizi. See, I wasn't going to say that, but you landed yourself in that one. But Zizi has her own catchphrases, and you'll hear those next week.
She'll think of something, I think. Who knows? Who
Aye,
knows?
she'll think of something. Aye. I've already spoke to her. You want to hear the accent? I mean, oh my god, it's like she's chewing a bumblebee or something.
Do the accent.
I think you did a wee bit, actually. Alright,
the whole of the show.
Yes. So, right, folks, let's bring up our one and only guest for this week. It is none other than Morgana Stafford, MUA. If you have any questions for them, please raise your hand. We will be bringing you up when it's that part of the show. But for now, me and my co-host, I already said we, why am I saying me? I don't fucking know. Let's bring them up. Here they are. Make them your large screen. I think the medication's wearing off. That's what it is, you know. Stafford, hello, how you doing? I knew I'd say Stafford instead of Morgana, but hello.
I'm doing great.
Awesome, lovely to hear that. I'm living for that necklace you've got on. I mean, we all like a bit of a pearl necklace, but that wee little one you got there as well.
The little bitty one, the little amethyst I have on.
That is so wee and cute. Charlie's Angels. Aye, more like Charlie's fucking nightmare.
For real.
So there. I definitely feel. I love what you've done with your hair, by the way, because it was a slightly different colour last time, wasn't it? It's gone like a purple, cute.
And you've got a haircut
I
too.
love
It's shorter, isn't it? It's gone into a bob.
Yeah.
That's actually short.
It's way shorter.
My God, I couldn't do that. The last time I did that, I ended up bald. So I mean, that's why we was away for a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to experience the growing out phase, and that was not cute.
No, that was not cute at all. It started as a cute thing, and then I just got the clippers, and I was like, going. Anyway, so welcome to the show. How's your week been so far? Anything that you've been up to recently that's
I did a
been memorable for
battle
you?
this weekend, so that was fun.
All right.
I got up to the 3rd round and then I got beat.
Damn, what a bastard. Who did you have to stab to win in that competition? You know what I mean? I know exactly what I was thinking though. Whose dick do you have to suck to win in this fucker?
The thing is, I want to do this competition. Like, can I enter and win? Because I mean, I am the lip sync assassin of the drag battle, so.
This is true.
I'm trying to get on the drag battle on TikTok, so like I'm trying.
Oh, the TikTok drag
So would it?
contest.
Is it the Miss Fanny's one or is it a
The
different
Miss
one?
Fanny's one.
Oh,
know
interesting.
it's
I didn't know
in
even she was doing a new one. I thought like she was still in the middle of one.
Yeah,
or-
she's still in the
She
middle
says
of one,
that
and
if
then
anyone drops out, I will be like the fill-in for like the dropout. You know.
yeah, I mean, at the
Right,
moment,
like a teaser queen.
I think they're in the fight. I believe they're in the final 3, 4 now. Like they're getting close to.
But this isn't All Stars that she's doing at the moment, isn't it?
No, that's finished.
Oh, is it not?
But she
doing
said she already did
five.
say that I would be on the next season of that anyway. So
Season
That's
6.
good.
Season 6 definitely.
Don't forget though, there is a drag race coming up that you might, if you want to, you can enter in that as well, which is
And
the
there is
Demon
that
Wishes
tour
Universal
of
Drag Battle.
Mighty
So
Fun.
I will.
yeah,
I for sure will.
it is a much better prize fund. It is a much better environment. You get to learn a lot all the way through it, and you don't get eliminated either. You get to learn all the way through. So
Right.
it's a points-based system. So one week you might have brilliant points, next week you might have a
You
bit of a
actually
critique
get
and that.
judged on your talent, not how popular you are.
Right.
Exactly. So it's not a popularity game like you get 16,000 likes and you win. We actually do it based on what you can do.
Right.
Hence why I lost twice.
True. Well, we don't talk about it, Bruno, where you got the 5 that we didn't
Oh,
count.
no, but I mean, I lost twice on drag battle, but I mean, I won on the.
Oh, true.
Those titties are everything, by the way. I know.
They're not
They
even
are.
pushed out. It's just how low cut this dress is. I literally, I could breathe out, and the button would get total nip slip, and then the light would get banned. I tried pushing them up, and then all of a
You
sudden,
could breathe out and you'd strangle yourself right now, I think.
like my nipples like right here. Say it. No, I'm not going to do it. Don't worry.
No, can't do it. Hello there, Peaches. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about makeup because we have our makeup specialist here from Monday Makeup Mayhem as well. The simple question.
I look like a mess right now.
The first obvious question is what got you interested in makeup and why?
What, me?
Of course, you're the guest. We're asking you the questions. Go ahead.
Okay, what got me into makeup was just seeing girls at like a mall just wearing makeup and having fun with it, and just the art perspective behind makeup and what you could really do. You could go transform your face into something that you're not, or you can transform into, you know, what you want to be, you know.
This is true. You can literally sculpt everything.
Right. It's like I didn't know how my facial shape would be until I started doing makeup and started doing like I just fell in love with it, honestly, because like It's so much fun, so much beauty into it, and it's like I just like going to the makeup store and just buying so much shit and just walking out.
This is true. This is true.
I love
I mean, I've got so much makeup, I just pick it up and I buy it and I stick it to one side and then I completely forget it's there and start using my old shit and I'm like, wait a minute, I got some new stuff over there, let's try that. And then that's where it all goes wrong.
Right.
I start trying the new stuff and it all goes wrong.
For real.
I just like, I know we've witnessed it, bitch.
Retail therapy is amazing.
I did. Any questions?
Need some big retail therapy right now.
Mhm.
True.
I need some
True.
tattoo therapy.
Do you know what? I need a new one as well. I mean, the one I've got right now has been there for about nearly 10 years now, so I need another one, definitely. So, aye. What would be your next tattoo if you was to have one?
My next tattoo would be a unicorn, like you know the Ferrari prancing horse. I want to get a
Yes, I
unicorn
do.
version of that with with transgender colors behind it,
That sounds cute. I like it.
right here.
See, the next one I'm going for is kind of like a dragon version of that, but like with really spiny wings instead of like, you know, its skin. It's just going to be like the skeletal part of it. So, aye,
I
that's
love
kind of what I'm
that.
going for.
It's so nice.
Although, since you've actually brought up unicorns and stuff, I was thinking of getting the Rainbow Dash tramp stamp on my arse. I mean, you know, it has.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, every bitch has got to have a
You should
tramp
have it- I
stamp.
was
So,
going to say, you should have it on the V line so then TD will enjoy it a little bit more.
Right.
no, I'm going to get an arrow pointing down that way, you know.
Make it rainbow, though, and then TD will be like, "Oops,
True.
I
rainbow,
want
please."
2 rainbows right there, like you know, like
Right on the V lines.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd
really cute. Hello, everybody who's just joining us. Welcome to Hello Universe with me, Clarraine Smelly, my co-host for this week, Ida Boss, and of course our special guest, Morgana Stafford MUA. If you have any questions that you would like to ask our guest, feel free to raise your hand. We'll bring you up a little bit later. I hope you're all doing well. Please excuse us if we don't address you directly at the moment. We're conducting the interview, but we will. Thank you, and we do appreciate you for being here. Don't forget to invite your friends as well, and we will be doing a 5k chest drop if we happen to get there. Ida, any questions for
I
our
can go off the
guest?
camera for a little bit so I can hit some, you know, good, you know.
Are you gonna do that? We'll build up our next question ready for you. Don't worry. Peaches, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it, honey.
It gives me time to stick on my earrings. I was like,
Oh, you're coming on camera without your danglers ready.
Oh, you know me, I have to get my danglers out.
Ah, you do. But that's on VC later in Discord, not on here.
I was going to say, especially with Cam in the room. Oh,
This is true. Thank you for the pearls. Oh, I love a pearl necklace. But Stafford's already wearing it this week, so
Great.
This is not a pearl. This is crystals.
that's crystals. Aye, but I said pearl shaped. You know. I'm old. Don't even look at me. I don't know fashion or nothing. That's why we've got a guru coming on this week. No, next week. What I said this week, I don't know. And where's my medication, you bastard? Anyway, so I'm getting old. It's no fair.
come on, Dimension, you're sickening.
Oh, Dimension got sickening fucking 20 years ago, love. I'm just riding the waves now.
Oh,
So,
Snapchat is me.
oh my god.
I need to have nuts in my mouth. So 1 second.
This is true. This is true. Especially if they're salty and juicy.
These are honey roasted ones.
Oh wow, sweet and salty as well.
I would say I like
So, oh, Charlie.
but that's a bit just gross for the show right there.
Right, Ida Boss, I'll let you ask the next question when you're ready.
I didn't know I have to ask get some questions. Okay. So my question for you, what is the part you find the easiest and what part do you find the hardest?
About what?
Doing makeup.
Doing makeup. Okay. What I find the hardest to do, for me, it's honestly eyeliner.
Really?
Yes, it's like it takes me forever to do eyeliner, and like if I'm a perfectionist, so like if eyeliner is like crooked or like they're not sisters or even twins, I'm like I take my whole eye makeup off and start over. Like
I'm a part do you find
I know exactly what you
the
mean.
easiest I say is eyeshadow, lipstick, obviously, and cheeks. Like
Got to have a
contour,
sculpted cheek.
yeah, contour, blush, and everything like that.
Yeah, easy for me is eyeliner. I love doing eyeliner. I go ding ding done. Nose contour is my hardest part. I always floss. I have a good nose day. I have a bad nose day. Today's a bad day, but hey ho.
I have a bad nose too, so like you can tell that my nose is a little bit offset to the left.
See,
So
with
like
me, I
after
just
So then trying to make that look,
trying to make it look straighter, it just makes it look more crooked. You know what I mean?
I do. I would actually say based on that, because you think to yourself, what is the hardest or what's easiest for yourself? But then when people start pointing out different things for themselves, you're like, well, actually. So I would say that the easiest part for me is actually the nose contour, because it's perfectly straight. So all I need to do is just go boink, boink, and I'm done.
Well, for everyone that has a perfectly straight nose, I can't relate because I used to play basketball. So like basketball, when I got hit in the face with, here on the side, it just made my nose crooked.
Well, that's going to happen when someone puts my nose out of joint for sticking it in somewhere where it doesn't belong. But anyway, that's going to happen at some point. But yeah, I would say the hardest thing for me to do is probably one thing that I hate to do is lashes. I hate them, especially if I'm doing it live. Like, that thing is just no. I mean, I can sit there and do it on recorded video or like preparing for a show. But then to do it live, then no. Because my eyes are really sensitive, so anything that gets near it, my eyes start watering straight away, and it's just like, this isn't going to work. So
that's very understandable, though, because lashes are like they're the very vice versa. Like sometimes I can pop them on, and sometimes like I just have to like wipe them on.
True. Tam, thank you for the 220 for Ida Boss. Please don't forget to send the love to our guest today as well.
See, now I'm having a good
So while I was actually working there, like gorgeous, like highlight there in the middle. You look like a Disney witch. That's a compliment.
Come on, Peppa.
I know, right? So, since we're still on the topic of makeup, what would you say would be your go-to look that you would always do? Sorry, if you're going out on an average day.
My average date look would necessarily have to be obviously red lip, smoky eye,
of course, ruby
smoky
red.
eye, eyeliner, lashes, foundation, blush to like over excessive blush because
of course
I have to make sure that I'm looking like I'm blushing even if I'm not.
True, that's how you get the coin. Yeah. I mean,
and now you said it, I realise I haven't got none on.
This is true. Aye, no blush, no highlight, no nothing. I mean, the bitch is like, I've got a
I've got highlight on.
Aye on your nose.
She's like, I got a highlight on, but I need too much.
So that contour is so deep though, it's like a brick hit her face, you know what I mean?
But like, I feel like my face has sunken since I have started hormones.
True, very true. Your face, everything literally changes shape once you.
Like literally, my wrists are smaller, and then my feet. I can wear a size 10 in women's now, like comfortably. It's weird because I was at a size 11.
Oh, so you've actually gone down in shoe size as well?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
Imagine you know what they say about the shoe size.
Yeah, I mean, handy that you can probably go into more shops and get shoes easier. Now you've gone down as well.
True.
Yes.
Jealous. I'm like that one.
Same thing happened to me today whilst I was shopping.
But I feel like some stilettos and some different brands run a little bit bigger than other brands do.
This is true. You can sort of like have a size 10 in one, and then like somewhere else you could get the same one, but it'd be too small or too big or too. So it's different.
It depends. Like I have a pretty small, narrow foot, so like anything really fits on my foot.
True. I do any more questions you want to ask about like makeup related before we move on, because we have hit it slightly. So
yes, I would like to ask. Do you use lid coverage? Because I've noticed I struggle a little bit recently, and it's coming in a bit thicker, and I'm guessing for the trans community as well, especially Rami right there. Oh, need some help with beard coverage tips, and you do it really, really well. So what do you use for beard coverage?
There's no 5 o'clock shadow there, and it's 6. Well, no, it's 8 at night. So I mean,
There's nothing here. Like, I swear, there's nothing that will show, because what I use is this NARS concealer, and this is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer by NARS. It's really, really full coverage. Like, let me just show you a little bitty swatch of this. Like, look at that. Like, look how full coverage that is.
Wow. That's literally blanks everything out.
Yeah, because look, when you blend it out, like, covers your mistakes from last night. You know what I mean?
I think I need that just to put blank on my face. I know. Well, I'll give Romy a shout afterwards, because she, like I said, she's the one that's doing hair and makeup
And
for this
plus,
season. So I mean, I'll give her.
You have to color correct as well. Like, color correction. Like, even if you don't have any, a red or orange colored lipstick, just put that on there, blend it out a little bit. Like, put it on your finger first, and then blend it on there, and then put your foundation on. You will see no.
Very true.
Well,
it's literally the contrast between the colours, isn't it? Because like a shadow would be like a blue, so the red kind of balances it out.
Yeah.
Same with the.
Yeah.
Very
same
true.
with the but it has to be like a reddish orange if you don't have like a red. But like, red is such a staple in the drag community that, you know, even in cisgendered cultures, like, you know, like,
True.
red lipstick is a staple for many girls out there.
Very true. I mean, I only just invested in a red lip recently myself, but before that I was like cheating using like eyeshadows and stuff. But I mean, like, Romy's always gothic and stuff, so it's like more purples and blacks and things. So it's like, get a red, get a red, get a red. Like, all right, bitch, I'll get a red.
I'm more like pinky, brown, reddish tone makeup. Like, that's usually what I wear most of the time.
So kind of like almost a nude, but
yeah. Like, I tend to do more natural, like, more on the natural side, but like, I feel like I really got out of my comfort zone with like doing like sunset eyes, like more, you know, like more into color and necessary, like,
just branching out, trying different ones.
Yesterday I was wearing like a blue, purple, pink like look on my eyes, and I lived for it.
Excellent. I wish I'd have seen that. So, now that we've touched on the subject, of course, with you transitioning, how has the experience been for you, and do you have any advice for anyone who might be just about to start the same kind of journey, or anyone who may be thinking about it?
I feel like you need to do your research behind it before you want to start. Because, like...
Definitely.
There's so much more behind it that people don't get. You have to be more patient with the person. You have to be more gentle with that person when they are going through that type of journey. And I feel like it does help in the long run with like your gender dysphoria. Like, I feel like I got way better since like I have a chest now, obviously. So like I can wear things now that I always wanted to wear and feel comfortable in girl clothes now, and not be, you know, flat chested and be like, oh, I don't have no boobs to wear anything.
True. And then of course you don't get the oh my god, is that not me saying it, but you know, you get some people go, oh, that's a guy in a dress, and because obviously, like I said, the flat chest, nothing's developed
right
yet.
Like, but once you start developing and start noticing changes, it's like I noticed changes in my facial shape. Like, my cheekbones have gotten higher, and my jawline has, like, you know, kind of like gotten softer, you know, a little bit more around the edges. Like, it's not as like sharp.
It's not a square jaw like this one. No. I mean, I look more like Stan from who's his face, American Dad right now with this gent. But anyway, so but yeah, so I agree with you, sort of like, for people to look into it, because there's, and I hate to say it, but it does happen. There's a lot of people that jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, I'm this, and it's clout chasing sometimes, and there's not that mental side behind it, and they don't realize that it's a huge step to take, especially, and once you start, you've kind of like, you don't really have an avenue.
You can't really stop, because once you stop, you can, the side effects for it, like, you can get, your face will start sagging, Especially, it depends how long you've been on it, and if you dramatically stop, then
My boobs are already sagging. I mean, So
so
Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
I just would love to tell people, do your research. Know that you're gonna be, if you were crazy then, you're gonna be even more crazy now, because
True.
hormones make you insane. Because like I feel like hormones, they help you, but they can be, hard at times, because like I feel like it's going through puberty twice. So like if you went through any type of puberty before, you're going through your second puberty pretty much. So like you have to be patient with someone that's on it.
True. True. Ida, anything to follow that up?
No, I think she's hit nail on the head on that one.
True, very true. Folks, this is your chance if you want to. We've got a few more questions to come up for our guest. But if anyone would like to guest, if you have questions for our star guest today, then please raise your green alien hand now and we will bring you up. But if you don't want to guest on camera, you just simply pop a question in the chat and we will read it out for you and ask our guest. So, be our guest. Exactly.
Be our guest. I had to.
So Ida, tell us a little bit more about this person that we've got coming next week, maybe.
Ooh, Zizi. So yes, she's a French fashion mogul. She's very, very dry. She will cut a bitch bill. She will tell you are very, very ugly if you are very, very ugly.
Mhm.
Sorry.
So it's like your sister from another country, really, basically.
Pretty much.
She's my French counterpart, and yes, she does have a French accent. Yeah.
She does. I spoke to her earlier. It's true. So, be our guest. Wait, what? Right, I'm not reading that. I can't read that. I haven't got my glasses on today. Wait, what? Who said that?
Naughty.
Where's the cigar?
I just laugh. I know it's a dirty laugh sometimes. It really is. There it is. Oh, I don't want to laugh myself. Trust me, it's like a hyena on steroids. Anyway,
I had to change my laugh because everyone used to complain about my laugh. I used to sound like a hyena back, like I'm like snorting backwards. I was like all the time.
True. Okay, so today's show does appear to be flowing at a pace. So we have basically one subject more or less left. But of course, if Stafford has anything else that she wants to talk about, then we can go into that as well. But now it's time to address something that's kind of important going on around the world. Of course, in America, they've started changing laws on drag, on trans people, on basically the entire LGBT community. So do you want to just take us through a few things of those and what's happening and how it's affecting you and your life and your partner and other things?
Well, simply what is going on at the moment is that they have now went through the Senate with a drag licensing bill. So now in Tennessee, you have to have a license to perform in drag and make money.
Wow, how would that even work though? I mean, what does that, I know that it's not supposed, drag is now not supposed to be introduced to anyone under 18,
but... You have to get a license and permit. You have to get a license and permit to do drag now. You have to do it.
So I'm guessing there's certain conditions they're
thinking about coming up with like a drag queen, like a drag queen test in Tennessee, which is bullshit.
How do you do a drag queen test? What?
I don't even fucking know. Like, they're stupid.
They don't have to. Because a lot of people's idea of drag is different. Because you've got your comedy queens, you've got your beauty queens, you've got different things. So how would you do a test like this?
Yeah, with something that is so like a drag queen could be anyone, anything. Like, they don't have to stick it in a box, which is that's what I love about drag.
True. The funny thing is, we got you have some bio queens, but you also have like girls who wear makeup and they're that bad at it, I'm not going to name names, Anisha, that actually look like a drag queen by the time this finished. So you can imagine going out on the street and going, oh my god, you're a drag queen, you're not supposed to show it to an 18-year-old, or hang on, this is just my daily makeup. Do you know? It's like, you need a license to look like that.
That's how I look up like all day long.
True.
They think like any LGBTQ plus person, like performer, is a child groomer as well. Like, like it's brainwashing towards, like people honestly think that we're doing what, how about we can go to beauty pageants, like go back to beauty pageants, like for children.
Right.
Like that's grooming. Like that's pushing a child to be something that they're not. Like how would they know?
Teaching them to be objects.
Yeah, at 5 years old, like, or 8 or 10. It's like that's sick.
But I'm guessing that like beauty pageants and things like that for those kind of categories are still allowed. Like it's the line of, okay, you're not allowed to do this because X reason, but hold on the same hand,
everything has
you've got
be 18 and up now, because no one under 18 can be at a drag show in Tennessee anymore.
But they can go to a pageant show, which is exactly the same thing, all getting dolled up, all performing whatever they're doing, but that's fine apparently.
Yeah. And you could even watch Rihanna do the Super Bowl and be fine. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
You can watch Janet Jackson get her boobs out. I mean, that's fine, it's like...
Did you hear with what Minnesota is doing with trans people in Minnesota?
I heard something a wee bit about it, but if it's that apparently it's for like kids that are going through transitions and now apparently supposed to be illegal or something. Is that what you?
No, I'm talking about they banned transgender birth certificates, like changing your birth certificate, changing your marker,
right,
changing your death certificate to female or male, like to fix your gender identity. You can no longer do that in the state of Minnesota.
So they're just basically saying you cannot be yourself. You have to be who we tell you to be.
Yeah, you have to be, if you were born male or inside male at birth, that's what you have to be. Or if you're born female or intersex, you're whatever they assigned you at birth with, and it's stupid.
Now, you see, that's a strange question as well, because like if you're born intersex or like hermaphrodite or something, then the parents often choose what they think you're going to be, and then you could grow up and be, like yourself, decide to transition from this thinking, well, actually my parents chose wrong, I'm more like, because obviously you've got that 50-50 on that one, but then they turn around and say, oh well, no, you're a male, but then like if you go all the way back, it's like, well, actually I'm not, I was both. So how do they get to then say, oh well, this is what was chosen for you? Right. That's how it's going to be.
Because it's like if you're born intersex in any way, shape, or form, that like they can label you anything that they think that you at initial look you look like. If you look more girlish, more feminine, you'll be a female. If you look more male, then obviously, it's like why does the doctor by the end of the day get that choice? Exactly. Or even the mother. I feel like the child, like they should wait until the child grows up enough to like ask the child,
Exactly, and then they can decide how they feel, and some people might even want to stay in that mid zone.
Then they can go to the birth certificate place. They should have like on board the birth certificate for intersex people and transgender people. They should just put transgender or transsexual or anything like that. However they want to label us better. They can label us better even if they want to put us in a box, other than calling, like, try to sexualize us as objects, It's stupid. Because it's like, in some places in the U.S., you have to go and pay, like, almost $900 just to even get your marker, name changed, and birth certificate changed at the same time.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's like some places you can't even do that anymore at all in the United States. It's like United States is like really tearing into some states are really tearing into like the thought of having transsexual people in their state or transgender people in their state, because like why are people so close-minded in this day and time in the United States? It just makes me want to move somewhere else in the world where I'll be more accepted there.
It makes you wonder how the rest of the world's going to act as well, because there's a lot of
Right.
places that are kind of heading in the same direction. But I read one article recently which was regarding like trans people and the whole drag thing, and one of them was a video where an interviewer said, like, you know, the major thing that kills children today is guns, not drag or trans thing or whatever. But then the other one said, like, okay, this bill's just been passed through where drag is no longer be able to introduced into kids, but in the same state we can have far left rallies and we can also have KKK meetings, but that's allowed. You know, but we can't, we can't allow them to see drag or any kind of individuality or makeup or fun or play or anything. I mean, there's some kids that play with makeup that grow out of it and don't do it again, but it's like you're stifling that creativity as well as the individuality.
Right. By the end of the day, these Republicans, the government is just going to be corrupted regardless of where you're at. Like, because the government just, when it gets closer to election time, especially in the United States, they create up false propaganda, or they try to do stuff.
Right.
And they know that the trans community will obviously backlash because we don't stand for shit.
Right.
Like, if something's happening to our trans kids or anyone in the community that's trans, we're gonna fight regardless. The gay community, the drag community, the LGBTQ plus community, obviously, we'll fight back because we're not
absolutely
we're not gonna take shit because we've been through so much shit already. We're not gonna take any more shit.
Exactly. Well, I mean, a lot of people said, "Oh, now that everything's being accepted, why are you still doing rallies? Why are you still doing Mardi Gras and things like that?" And the thing is, we are still fighting. We're still struggling. We're still trying to get that the right just to be who we want to be and have fun like everybody else does. But
have you heard about the bill that they also made in a couple of United States, couple of states in the United States? They have started taking medical care away from trans kids and transgender people. Like, you can they're taking, like, some insurance places are taking away paying for surgery for transgender people. Like, even if they've been diagnosed with gender dysphoria or everything like that, they're causing a lot of suicides every year just because of how this is affecting a kid's brain. You could think that a trans kid that wants to be I could think, back when I was 12, I wanted to become a woman eventually. Like, I was going to be, and then one day I thought I was not going to get to that point. So I was in a mental hospital for like more than 2 weeks. I was almost there for 2 months. So, like.
But it weighs quite heavily on you that, you're not who you see. So then you're like, am I ever going to get to it? Is it ever going to happen?
Right. I didn't believe it would never happen because I never had the money for it, because it's a very expensive thing to go through, regardless of what direction or what place you go to get your medicine. Like, it's expensive regardless of where you go.
True. I mean, even in the UK, there are some things that are taken care of with the NHS, but then there are certain things that it's like, oh, well, we don't consider that appropriate because it's cosmetic, therefore you've got to pay it yourself. So it's like...
That's how some insurance companies in the United States feel, that it's cosmetic. It's like, it's called gender-affirming surgery by doctors.
Right.
For a reason. It's like, if these doctors were making all these bills and stuff, these bills would not even be a thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if they even had a little bit of a medical background, they would fucking know that trans people are what their gender identity is, because it's more mental than it is on the outside,
Right, exactly. And I watched a documentary a couple of years ago where it was kind of like post-mortems and things, and they were trying to show the difference between male and female, but it was like you were saying, going to the brain, and they were literally taking slices out of the brain, and there's a I don't know if it's the parietal lobe or something, but one of them is slightly smaller in a female and slightly larger in a male. And they actually went through someone they designated male that was dead, but then when they did the whole like investigation, they actually went, oh well, this is this size, this does that. Actually, this person was right all along,
Right.
you know. So I mean, it's like you said, they call it gender affirming rather than confirming, because if you was confirming it, then there would be a legitimate reason for it to need to be done.
It's called
Whereas they say
affirming
affirming, that's more like
it's more affirming for a reason, and I'm trying to find this lighter in this pipe. I don't know where it's at.
because the affirming is almost like, okay, we'll let you have it if that's what you think, but actually what it really is it's real, it's legitimate, it's true, it's there, it's happening. There's nothing they can do to deny it, but they don't want to do that.
Right. But it's like, it's just kind of bullshitty because they just want to take away trans kids' rights. Like,
Right. They want to take us back to the Stone Ages, and like you said, a lot of it is just to get the votes as well.
We're backwards. They're just wanting more and more votes from, people that are racist, homophobic, and transphobic people that are in this world. It's like, this world is little by little becoming more and more evil.
It is. It really is. And I mean, we've got some people that want to come out, but then kind of take a step back because they don't then want to be in that world. And like you said, there's so many people with suicides and stuff, and then there's all kinds of things that can stem from this, because those laws and stuff that are being changed are almost saying to the other people, it's okay for you to behave this way to that person because we don't think this should exist. That's almost what it's saying, basically.
Right. Honestly, because, like, how are you supposed to know by the end of the day what that one person is necessarily going through?
Exactly. That's true.
Like, you don't know what their brain is thinking. You don't know what their brain is like. You're not going to be, like, by the time they die, you're not going to be the one who's doing their biopsy to figure out really what their brain was doing to them, because, like, it's more of, how we were made by our maker. It's like, it's sad that the world is turning more evil because of people's ideas and people's questions and people's looks on life. It's like, it's like, if you're gonna be rude, why be rude at all, and why spread hate and negativity in the world?
Exactly.
When you can spread more love when the world really needs right now,
Exactly. And I mean, there's a lot of religious people who use this as an excuse, saying you shouldn't be this, you shouldn't be that, you shouldn't be blah, blah, blah. And that's where a lot of the laws get made. But if you actually look back towards those religions, it says, have love for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're different. The whole point is to be different and learn from the differences. If we were all exactly the same, it would be a bland universe. It really would.
Yes,
so, I mean, the whole point is to make that connection with someone who is different.
Very boring.
I mean, because even when you start dating someone, you love someone, there's some people who go into relationships and like, oh, my partner's exactly the same as me, and then 3 months later they broke up. It's like, well, actually, you need that slight bit of difference as well, because relationships are made up of similarities that you can do together, but also differences. Because I mean, otherwise, you might as well get a mirror and just talk to the mirror. I mean, which is what I do regularly, but don't tell anybody. No, Chlorine's lonely. No. But Ida, anything you'd like to add to either this or anything else?
No, I was going to say I heard quite a few things. I heard that like the Tennessee was like it's illegal to be doing drag, like they were getting rid of drag altogether. So at least it's not so bad where you can at least have to have a permit. So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I also heard that they were going to make
it's literally just going a little bit backwards, though. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Also, I heard that they were making they were going to make children, if they were under 18, they have to medically detransition.
Yeah.
And parents are going to get jailed and punished as well for like allowing their kids to do this and supporting their kids and everything. Which I find absolutely true, because there's so many more things kids like. You want a family to be together as much as possible, and you're going to separate them just over something like that.
Exactly. You want them to be able to show support, because that's what it's all about.
I definitely agree with. I definitely agree with Stafford on the fact that we are going backwards, but I definitely think it's just mainly a distraction because of what's happening with the Russia and Ukraine war. Like, especially with America, they have
Possible.
sent out so much aid and everything that they need to get the coins back in. So they're like try and distract you from the bad, like from being broke on.
True.
This is mainly a distraction from.
They do say if there's bad news going on, it's to cover up some more bad news that's somewhere else. I mean,
Right.
look at the last like 20 years in the news. In the
Right.
news, there used to be good news, there used to be gossip, there used to be a little bit of bad news, and then you get the weather. Now it's nothing but bad news. There's no good things in the news anymore. There's nothing to feel good about. It's all doom gloom. By the way, we're hiding something else.
It's a fear tactic.
It literally is. I mean, and going back onto those, like anyone under 18 having to detransition. I mean, one, like we were talking about earlier, once you've started the process, you can't really go backwards because it's going to fuck up your body completely. To like,
Right.
you know, it could have
When your
have
body-
life-threatening
when you take a
consequences
certain
as well.
hormone, your body starts craving that hormone and needing that hormone.
Exactly. I mean, it could even have, you know, life-threatening consequences in the end because your body's got used to that chemistry, and then it's like suddenly it's not there anymore. And
I mean,
It goes to it happens with bodybuilders too. People that do like the male version, like testosterone and other kinds of that type of stuff.
Right.
They can wreck their body
Right.
because they're like, I just want to get bigger and bigger, and they do too much.
Well, because like it's the same thing with sports. Like, think about like injections of hormones differ from sports.
steroid injection.
right,
injections
and stuff.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
Well, I mean,
people
how
take
far do we
more
actually
different
take
type of
this?
hormones
Because
to feel better in what they're doing in life, or
right.
feel better in themselves.
I mean, certain type of hormones are also used now for like mental stability in general, as like people with anxiety and stuff. But I
Right.
mean, so the saying that you can't transition from one person to the other, you've got to deal with it and accept what you was given. Right. Okay. So then, say for example, a woman gets into her late 60s, she's not producing as many hormones as she is now, she needs a HRT patch. What are they going to say next? I'm sorry, you're going to have to deal with the menopause, you're not getting a HRT patch because that's hormones and you can't change, you're going into that. Do you see what I mean? She's going to be like, oh, well, you can't have this anymore because this is what you were supposed to deal with it.
No, it's like you have headaches, and the doctor says, "I'm sorry, you can't have any headache."
Right.
That's right, you can't have no painkillers anymore, have the headache, deal with it.
Or you just had a breast augmentation, they were like, "Oh, we can't give you any more painkillers. I'm sorry." Like,
That's right.
No, nothing like that will happen because it's common fucking sense,
You know, a woman goes into hospital, she has breast cancer, and the doctor says, I'm really sorry, we have to remove your breast, but unfortunately we cannot give you a fake one because that's cosmetic and it's not what you were supposed to be. You were supposed to be one-sided. I mean, how far do you actually take it,
The lawyers and actuaries that figure out like how much they want to pay out to the hospital,
Right.
that's
Right.
the dirty.
But then you've got two lots of pay because with the kids and the parents, you've got them paying out to transition, but then you've got to, by the way, you have to detransition. Oh, who's paying for that? I am. Right. So,
So all the money that they spent, all the $100,000 of money that they spent to transition their child, you have to go through these surgeries that will end up hurting and scarring this child more. Because
Right.
surgery is a serious topic. Because surgery is something serious. You have to go and you have to do your research on your surgeon before you even get a surgery done.
and now they're saying, by the way, you have to go backwards. So you're forcing them twice to go through. Well, not forcing them twice. You're allowing the first time, but forcing.
Oh, hey, it's like asking a trans, kid that wants to become a girl or a woman in the future. It's like you're asking, oh, you have your top surgery, you're confident now. Oh, we need to go to the hospital now and get them fucking removed because we're in a state that we no longer can do
Right.
that, and I don't feel like moving. Like, that's stupid because I feel like that's
Right.
gonna happen eventually to someone out there, and they're just gonna end up killing themselves over these laws that are creating such harshness to this and toxicity in someone's life.
Right. And then what are they going to do about like the natural occurrences where, for example, someone grows up, they do have like trans tendencies, but the body is already producing the natural amount, right? So say imagine someone starts sprouting themselves and they go, aye, but you're a male, so you cannot have those. Are they going to say to that person, by the way, you have to have those removed even though they're natural? Because that will become a double-sided argument. One,
Correct.
you look trans so you can't have them, but two, it's natural, and that's what we're saying, everything has to be natural the way it was intended. So which side are they going to go on for that? Because
I mean, when you take hormones, it's like it's kind of correcting the mistake that the higher power made in our life.
right,
Because like all you're trying to fix is that one mistake that was made by the universe.
right,
Because there's so many universes out there and so many different gods and goddesses out there that you don't know who out there truly made you but your mom. Earthly mom
Right.
is what I call it, like earthly mom, because I feel like we have a spiritual family somewhere, you know.
right. Exactly. I was just looking at that. That Aphrodite made me. I mean, you know, she's got your favourite phrase though, Tam. Just do it. Which is what I was thinking about now. Right, I need to go visit the little droid room. So no, not that droid because he's behind me. I'm going that way. So Ida, you take over for a wee bit, folks. If you have any questions, now's the time to raise your green alien hand. But we are going to start wrapping up in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to let Stafford take the floor as well for anything else that she may wish to discuss with you. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom. It can be fabulous. It can be whatever you want. But this was a definite serious topic that I'm glad that we covered today.
Yeah.
And if there's any more, then please
politics,
continue. But I will be right
Yeah.
back. Do you know, I don't often do religion or politics on any of my shows, but this is one thing that's like, it affects absolutely everybody. It's so ridiculous. You know, like I said, there's those 50-50 chances where you look at someone and you go, oh, by the way, you should be. It's like, hang on, you don't even know me. I mean,
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I think you should remove what you naturally just grown from sticking a fucking inch long needle into your body so you can get the hormones that you need, that you want, that you like.
exactly. I mean, one thing that actually stems kind of like in a sense from all of this is, and I hate to say it because America's like really big for it, is the forced circumcision as a child. Now, unless there's something seriously wrong, I would leave that decision up to the child whether they want to have that done later on in life or not.
Like later on in life, if they decide that they want to be circumcised, they should become.
Well,
that.
it's actually a weird thing, babe, too, because like my
in
parents,
some cultures, like Jewish religion, like obviously
Yeah, I mean,
they circumcise
unless if
them
it's a religious situation or if it's for a medical issue, like where they're actually
Of course.
very too tired.
Like
then
if
yeah,
it's causing
go
a
ahead, do
problem
it.
for
Otherwise,
this
leave them
child,
alone.
and that will be a problem later
Mutilating
on.
your child.
Then
Exactly.
it should be left up to the child, obviously.
Exactly. A lot of decisions I would leave up to the person when, you know, they get to the point of. I know it's hard for people growing up, especially in like the day and age we've got now, where people are always making comments and always making fun and stuff. So you're going to get that period where you probably have to deal with the bullying, the name calling. But then once you get to that age where you're consciously aware and like, look, I need to do this, this, and this, I think then that should be their choice. Like, parents shouldn't get involved, or I mean, parents, yes, in a supportive way, get involved. But you shouldn't have governments and religions and things like that saying, no, you must do this. It's ludicrous.
It's like the same
But I'm gonna
thing
bring
with Muslim traditions with their women. Like, oh, I have to wear this and cover up my hair because I'm too fucking beautiful for you. Okay.
and get what part of your body cut off
Right.
when you're little.
right.
Okay.
It's
Right.
no.
So when you go to the loo, because I know you're busting, I can see you doing the.
I'm gonna I'm literally doing the wee dance right now, but I'm gonna bring Tam up. I'm literally, but I'm gonna bring Tam up as well because he wanted to weigh in on this. So I will be right back.
You can always click decline, Tam. There we go. So Tam doesn't want to come up. That's fine. No worries. I mean, and the thing with Tam is, whenever the word penis gets mentioned, he's always he's always coming up and typing in the chat, even though he identifies as straight, which is very strange. But yes. So, Stafford, is there anything else you felt like you've missed in this interview? Like anything else you wanted to touch upon?
Not really. I think we talked about everything that I really wanted to talk about.
Awesome. Okay, then is there anything you wanted to plug? Like, do you do anything like?
I'm doing a drag competition on YouNow, and like I have the dates now. So the dates, let me pull up my calendar.
There's another drag competition on you now.
Yeah, this will have a crown, a mace, and a sash, and some hair with it. So I'm really gonna spend a lot of money into it and make sure the winner gets a lot of goods, you know. So
you absolutely have to share that with all of us, because I mean, like,
yeah,
we didn't even know.
let me pull up
We
my
thought Romans was the only one on you now, so like there's a second one. I was like, wow, okay, sign me up too.
So it's the 18th through the 22nd of September.
Ooh, so you got a long way to go. You got a long way to go.
Yeah.
You'll probably do Miss Fanny's TikTok one a bit earlier than that, and also Rami's one is in the summers, like starting June. So you will build up some practice, and if you do win Rami's one, you will win money, like a money prize to go towards the September one as well.
Like wigs, crown.
There's money, there's a wig, and the
everything
crown as well, and then also as well you get to be a judge on the next series. Hence what I'm doing as well. I mean, our co-host just recently decided to be a dick and decided not to want to be any of our friends. So I'm now co-host instead of judge, but blimey, yeah. Yes, Karen, apparently there is a new YouNow drag competition happening.
All right, who's that?
Yeah, who
I'm all ears.
Who actually does that? Actually, we didn't discuss that. Who actually is hosting that one?
All right, okay.
I'm hosting the second one, so like it's gonna
so you're
be
hosting
in
that drag
September.
competition.
It's gonna be starting on Monday the 18th, and it's gonna end on the Friday the 22nd of September.
So you're hosting the competition.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm gonna be one of the hosts. I'm gonna have a bunch of judges that I will pick myself. So if you do get a DM from me, please answer the fuck back as quick as possible before.
I mean, I'm always happy. I'm always happy to enter. I know Clarraine right there would love to absolutely be a judge.
Oh, absolutely, aye.
And
I like telling people like it is, you know.
There will be a human hair unit that will be possible to get. And
human hair, oh bitch, she's expensive
a nice mace, and everything will be shipped out from me, and it will be behind me, displayed right here. You know, when I'm actually hosting the show. So.
Excellent. So starting on the 18th of September, did you say?
Yeah, and 18th of September is actually my birthday, so it's starting right on my birthday.
Oh, excellent. That's good. Do you know the funny thing is, when I was in, that's roughly about when that one's going to start, so it'll literally be from one to the next. So.
Right. I'm going to be a busy girl. I'm going to be a busy
I was going to say, I did say to Morgana that if you do win the drag battle in the summer, like, that money can go towards...
True, actually, that could be one. Aye.
Well, I'm coming for blood, so we'll see who wins.
Oh, that's what I like.
The only difference is, of course, ours is like spread over time, but it sounds like this one's going to be a whirlwind. You've got a week and that's it. Do it, bitch. You know.
you better be on top of your shit, because the judges.
It's like Drag Race mini challenge.
The judges will be picked from makeup. I will have a makeup judge. I'll have a fashion judge. I will have. And then all around drag judge, you know, who has been doing drag for a while. So,
if you need a pantomime judge, I mean, you know.
Is it going to be a lip sync thing? Is it going to be a challenge thing?
There's going to be a bunch of challenges that are going to be coming up in that 1 week. So it's going to be like a couple of challenge every day for at least like 4 to 5 hours of a stream.
Right. So everything's literally going to be live.
It's going to be live. It's going to be uncut. I don't want it to be, you know,
a bit uncut
cut or anything. So I want it to be uncut, like cutthroat, like what, like if you read a bitch, you're gonna get read, like regardless.
Right.
Ooh.
You know all about that, don't you, Ida?
I've been called Ida bitch, Ida cunt, absolutely. And then I didn't read that was the one challenge I didn't win. I didn't win the roast challenge, unfortunately.
True, but I mean, you did read a bitch, though. In fairness, you read a bitch.
I did become a very strong second place, I will say.
True, but I mean, you literally read a bitch every week, so I mean, you decided to take that week off. I mean, that's what.
That's the eyebrows. That's just the eyebrows. Once, as soon as I open my mouth, that's it. They're dead.
That's right. You just need to give that resting bitch face look, and you're done. You don't even need to say anything. It's just like, really, bitch.
Yeah, this one.
That's the one I'm talking about. You're giving me Angelica Houston vibes right now with that eyebrow.
We share the same birthday.
Really? Oh my god. See, that's why I always keep bringing up the Morticia and that, because, you know, Angelica Houston's like, a smouldering look. Tam, it wasn't a smouldering look, it was a get yourself to kind of look. Mind you, then again, Tam would love to get himself to fuck. Anyway, so, right, if anybody wants to bring themselves up, they're more than welcome to. We've got a couple more minutes left. Oh, hello, who's those bitches there?
I was giving Jessica Rabbit face.
Oh, absolutely.
That is definitely Jessica Rabbit on that one.
Oh my god.
Even the makeup was perfect for Jessica Rabbit. I was like,
Absolutely
spot on.
phenomenal.
Thank you. That was the lip sync battle. I did so well. Almost got into the finale. I was real close to winning. That crown was so fucking beautiful. I wish I won it though.
Right.
Because I would be.
Sometimes it's worth it just to get in for the crown.
Yeah.
There is going to be a crown this year as well.
I mean,
Yes.
I made sure that you have to have a crown this season because I had to go and buy my one.
I know, right? She came on the show last week. She's like, I've got my crown. It's arrived. I'm like, well, I didn't fucking send it.
With my
just trying to
drag
make you not use your
competition
chin.
thing is I'm gonna honestly
you guys
come
did that
up.
already.
Whoever wins, I'm gonna do like a couple of seasons of like probably like 7 seasons of like regular like shows. But whoever wins gets to come back later on in a couple of years. And probably a year from now, honestly, probably not even that much, probably 6 months. And
she's like, I'm going for this, bitch. I'm going every fucking week.
yeah. And that, you know, whoever wins, there will be an all-stars, you know, competition with all the queens that have won.
Right.
So this will be the best of the best, and I will obviously be hosting this. So it'll be fun. I can't wait.
Because I've noticed with a couple of the all-stars, they kind of like get people who were generally in the season whether they won or not, but to have an all-stars of just everybody's winners, so they're all like, oh, I'm the best. It's like, yeah, but you're in a group of the best now, so who's the best of the best? You know what I mean?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one promo photo of myself with the crown on, so you guys will know what the crown looks like before the drag competition actually starts, and I'll sterilize it and everything before it gets shipped out. So
of course
it will be.
There's only for a second. It's the only time it's happened today, which is very surprising.
True, we haven't even had cut out of sound, nothing. It's all been, you know. This is where it starts fucking up. You watch, just because we said it now. We've jinxed
Right,
it.
we're gonna be jinxed. It's gonna like watch me like watch everyone just like all the gases drop, and then the whole material just drops down on you now, and YouNow just drops.
I don't know why that came out because Time Road just shouted rainbow, but no one mentioned it at all. So I mean, I think they're having the same problem with the medication.
Rainbow, like one TV.
I know. I was like, what?
Right.
I think she just wants to be part of the show, but I mean, you know. There you go. It's the rainbow mirror. That's what it is. He must have sensed it.
I'm getting a little bit tipsy. I've been drinking this whole time without y'all noticing.
We noticed.
There was I.
We did notice you were slowing your words more than Kerry Katona on this morning, so. But it's all good.
Yeah, I
it's
have
all
to
good.
go eat in a
All
little bit.
good.
I need to make me some pizza with some, you know, good crust to soak up all that alcohol.
Right. Actually, I had a thing on that. That's technically where Jenny came from, but I'll tell you about that later off screen. But
We'll do that in the weekly after a call.
Right. So, folks, if you'd like to join us in the VC, we are going to wrap up now because Stafford wants to go and eat. They've been an amazing guest. Ida has been an amazing co-host, but they're going to be replaced next week by ZZ,
If
so
anyone
that's going to
wants
be
to ask me
interesting.
questions off, I'm gonna go live in about like a couple hours from now. So I will see you guys
Excellent.
in that.
That'll be so good. Can't wait to see that. So, do you have a specific time, or is it just whenever?
It's just gonna be whenever I feel like it.
Okay, so don't forget to fan them up, and then you'll get notified of when they go live. And if you're around, please go ahead and watch, and we will do our best to do the same as well. Stafford, it's been absolutely great having you here. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, bye.
There you go, everybody. That was Morgana Stafford, MUA. Brilliant guest. Also, some very interesting topics touched upon there as well. And of course, our step-in co-host this week, none other than Miss Ida Boss herself. It's been fabulous having you here, but we're going to kick you out and replace you next week with somebody else. So
It's about time. I've been on every single one of your shows. I think someone new do need to come in.
that's right. I'm going to have to start paying you at this rate. So I mean, we need someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't complaining about that. I might have to keep ZZ in a drawer and keep coming on if you're paying me. Hi.
See you soon, honey. Catch you in the VC.
See you soon. Bye.
So there you have it, folks. That was Hello Universe Season 2, Episode 2. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing your support. Thank you for asking your questions. The next show will be Monday Makeup Mayhem with Romy, the Demon Worship, and Robin Ascendant, and Ida Boss. And this week's guest is going to be none other than Officially Royal, aka Megan. And the challenge is to paint with false nails on. Ooh, that's going to be fabulous. But I'm back next week, and I'm not telling you who my guest is. You'll have to come along to the Discord and find out. So, folks, I shall see you all on the flip side. That's all from me. We're not going to raid anybody. We're just going to go straight over to the VC. I'll catch you all later. Bye.